Shalom. Call hello la Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, which means all praises to Yahweh, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father, who you people in the world ignorantly call God, by Hashem, in the name of Yahushua, which is the name of the only begotten Son, who you people in the world ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Those are the true names of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. Also, Shalom to the Akim, you brothers that's pushing and spreading this word throughout the four corners of the earth, who's also uplifting the names Yahweh Bashim El Shah. Shalom to you, Akim. Also to the Israelite foreigners, the speckled bird, man, woman, and child, whose bloodline tracing back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom to you as well. Though you may look like the heathen nations you're scattered amongst, which, as you see on this chart right here, the heathen nations are the nations starting from 2 on down. Those are the heathen nations. Also, if your bloodline, your lineage goes back, as you see on this chart right here, as I'm about to pull up, if it will pop up. Your bloodline goes back to these people right here, on this chart right here, through the man. And if the spirit bear witness with this word and this truth, and you can receive it to the speckled bird, man, woman, the child, just does apply to you. You are Israelites, though you may look like the heathen nations, or you have the appearance of the other nations, due to the scattering of these people right here you see on this chart, okay? So you're going to have Israelites that do look like heathens, but they're Israelites because they're under the curses of Deuteronomy 28:15, verse 1 down. Also, the Spirit bear witness with this word and this truth that they're the children of Yahweh by Shema Shah. Also, most importantly, once again, their lineage goes back to these people right here on this chart through the man. Their father's an Israelite man, no matter what they look like. All right. To the few Akwaf, which is you sisters that do listen, learn, and tune in, shalom to you as well. To you so-called Negroes, Latinos, shalom to the elect, Salakia, who this word is going out to throughout the four corners of the earth, who's waking up, repenting, shalom to you as well. To you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, once again, you combine, consist, and make up the 12 tribes of Israel. You are the Hebrew Israelites, the chosen people of the Most High Yahweh and His only begotten Son, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, once again, Yahweh Shah. And I got a clip. I came across this video yesterday. This dude's channel is called Better Bachelorette, and it says looks like the guys are leading this charge. They're getting out while it's easy. And you see right here, it says divorce filings already up 50% in just 3 weeks. And you, of course, you know, these past weeks so far, I believe we in the third, if not the fourth, however many weeks this whole COVID-19 outbreak has been in America. You know, it's done a lot of damage. Okay, and these people out here, these people, these so-called men in this society, they're losing their jobs. Okay, they're losing it. And you got this the whole feminism, set up that Esau, even the so-called white man, the wicked, the Bible speaks of, that he's set up. Okay, on this side, okay, it's falling alongside his kingdom. So these women, they being hurt, man. Especially the Israelite woman, because the Israelite woman was the main one that partook. Okay, in that, the so-called Black, Latino, Native American woman. Like I say, if it doesn't apply to you, if you're an Israelite woman, if this doesn't apply to you, then it don't apply to you. It just apply to who it does apply to. So I'm going to play this clip, and I'm going to skip when I get to a certain point all the way to the 19th verse, because he also goes into other, topics. But this is actually a good, video. This dude actually does some art videos, I could do lessons on. But I'm going to play it.
Guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. This is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. I hope this evening or today, whenever you're watching this, I hope I find you healthy, wealthy, and wise. If not, let's at least handle the wise part of it, and we'll have some wise cracks and have a little bit of fun here today. I ended up taking off last night. I didn't realize this, but it had been about 3 months since I hadn't taken a day off, so I've started working out, and I needed a little extra sleep, and I'm going to try to record these earlier so I can get to bed at a reasonable time, because I've got some muscle to grow. I'm a little sore today, so didn't stop me from working out though. All right, so let's start with we're going to do a bunch of fun, quick, silly stories, and then we'll get on to our main topic. First, to start off with, an A.J. Borreau says men are not strong enough to handle the bedroom past of a woman they love. This is not a debate. Well, if strong by strong, if you mean not willing to handle, I think you spelled strong wrong. You spell that willing. Here's the thing, and I've got a couple more posts that are kind of similar related to this. The problem is it's very easy to say something like this when life is good. You know, when things are going well for you, you seem to have a selection of guys that are interested in you. It's very easy to feel like you're at the top of the world. However, the problem is that your past.
Right? Okay. There's so many scriptures. We'll stop at 144. So many scriptures that, as this guy's talking, so many scriptures that comes to mind. You know, real quick. It's a lot of scriptures I could get with this, but I'm not gonna try to go too long. But if it goes long, then that's what it is. You know, this is they think like that because this is Isaiah 3, right? And 12, it says, as for my people, right, the Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American children are their oppressors. And that's talking about who? Esau, Edom. Okay, he's a child, man. This man, okay, has the mindset of a child, man. He acts like a child, man. When he doesn't get what he want, what happens? He lashes out like a child. Like, look what he's doing now with this New World Order. Why do you think he's doing this New World Order? Because he wants that birthright and that blessing back. What you so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, you so-called Native Americans have, man. You got the birthright and the blessing. Okay? And this man's willing to destroy the whole planet Earth. He's willing to destroy everybody because he doesn't have it, you know? That's a mindset of a child, but that's going into Esau. He's ruling right now. Okay? So-called white man. Says, and women rule over them. O my people, they which led thee caused thee to err and destroy the ways of thy past, man. That's what you're seeing. You're seeing our main enemy Esau Edom ruling. You also see who? You see the women above the man, because that was said to happen, you know? This is Jeremiah 31 and 22. It says, how long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. That's what you see. A woman compassing a man. You see it playing out right now. This is what you've been seeing playing out. Okay? You've been seeing that playing out. And, you know, they've been walking around proud, being a harlot. Like I say, this don't apply to you. It don't apply to you. You know? It applies to who applies to. You know? But they've been walking around, you know, with this I can do better all by myself, or I'm an independent woman mindset, okay? And now look what it's created. Broken households, you know, out of order, out of people, women just out of order. You see a lot of women just walking out here by themselves, man. Okay? A lot of women, they're not in relationships, you know, because this man, Esau Edom, has destroyed you, has told you that lie, okay? That you could be that you're just as strong as a man, if not stronger. Because a lot of you actually believe you're stronger than a man. But I'm going to go back to the video, right?
Past will usually haunt you if you've done too many bad things, and the problem is you're left with two choices. Either A, fess up to it and have guys not interested in you, or get someone that's of maybe lesser desirability.
And that's what a lot of them that refuse to do, because that's in the scriptures. This is going in the Apocrypha, right? What does this? Let's see what the scriptures say, man. The scriptures has and the answers to everything that you see going on right now. You know, the wickedness and the backwardsness that you see within the society. You know, dealing with the women, Esau, everybody, man. Ourselves. This is Sirach Ecclesiasticus. Let me see. Let me see. Yep. This is Sirach Ecclesiasticus 25 and 16. It says, I rather dwell with the lion and the dragon than to keep house with the wicked woman. And that's why you see a lot of so-called, a lot of men, because don't get me wrong, like I always say, it's a balance of everything. You do got some, some sorry ass, men out there that ain't shit either, right? Speaking on, actual wicked ass women, right? That's why a lot of men, they just, they separate. That's why you have some called what, co-parenting, you know, because of a split, But it's really most of the time the man not trying to put up, you know, with the woman. Especially, we live in a society right now. We're under a rulership where feminism, okay, is exalted in this place. Okay, a man don't want to deal with that, man. You know, it says the wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. Right? All wickedness is but little to all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Meaning she here it is. She could commit adultery with your best friend, your brother, your whoever, man. Okay, and you'll catch her, and it's almost like she doesn't see that she did anything wrong. But if the shoe was on the other foot, then you got a problem. Then you ain't shit, Then you no good. If you got a child with that woman, she'll sit there and tell a lie like you a deadbeat, man. That's what happens, man. Okay, this is how it goes, man. You know. So going back to the video,
ability that's willing to accept you for who you are because they don't have much self-confidence, or B, you have to hide your past, and that's all there is to it. So I don't know if it's very easy to put the blame on guys when you've made the mistake. It's called lacking self-accountability. That being said, Rollo Tomasi at the Rational Mail on Twitter today or yesterday. Let's see, what's today's date? 2 days ago now. He said, in the future, it will be impossible for women to escape the digital footprint of their bedroom pasts. They collectively know this. Thus, it is necessary to socially condition men to believe their manhood is insecure if they hold any standards for women. Just like I mentioned in the previous post. Again, if I have done something wrong and I don't think society will accept it, I can either feel bad about myself or I can just blame everybody else for their problem of feeling the way they do about me. And of course, that's going to be the way it is. This young Ashley here, or Ashley Young, says, I just turned 18, gonna be posting a lot on my OnlyFans due to the bug. I have limited time special going on right now. Go check out my bio. No. It's very simple now. Especially with some of our favorite adult sites are putting out offers out there for premium for free right now. So when you have you can search very comfortably on many of these sites and find, 18 million things to look at. I don't think anybody right now is interested in fessing up any money. Next, somebody posted this on Reddit, and they took a screenshot while they were searching some other site. But this is from Twitter again. It's a young lady that says, I need help with my bills. I'm not even going to fake the funk. I'm tired of being independent. Jesus, I need you, and I need a companion, husband, somebody. I'm not complaining. I'm just being honest. It's hard out here for a young single woman.
You see, now the Lord, okay, he's he's let me just get the scriptures right. Cause see, Esau, Edom, he fooled Eve, man. Eve is what you know today is a so-called black woman, man. All you women he fooled, man. Okay, this is Genesis, right? Let me see. Let me see. This is it. Genesis. Let me see. Genesis 3. Right. Yeah. Genesis 3. Right. So Genesis 3 and 1. It says, "Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord had made." And anybody that's knew that serpent, okay, it's not talking about a snake. An actual snake. If you say let me see, Revelations 20, right? 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand, which was the bottomless pit was Europe. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, man. It's a man, okay? And this is talking about the Edomite, man, the so-called white man. Okay, he's that serpent. Going all the way back to the garden, he was that serpent, right? Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahweh have made. He said unto the woman, yeah, have Yahweh said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden, right? The tree of knowledge and wickedness, right? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, right? But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yahweh said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. So he's basically lying to her. The Most High told her not to eat it. And he's telling her, well, you won't die if you eat it. Okay? And real quick, if you go back, I forgot to get this scripture, Psalms 50, or 53 actually. Go down like 2 chapters, right? Or 58, I believe it is. Yep. There's Psalms 58 and 3 says the wicked, which if you go into Malachi 1 and 4, as I always say, Malachi 1 and 4 tells you that the nation of Edom is the board of wickedness. They're the wicked. Okay, they're the wicked nation. Right? The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies, man. Meaning when the moment that they're born, they're already born, okay, devil. They're already born, okay, getting ready to speak lies when they're able to speak, man. That's how they're programmed, man. It says their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stop over their ear, man. That poison being the what? The philosophies, man. The lies, man. So going back, the Genesis 3, that just came to mind as I kept going, right? Going back with the serpent and Eve, it says, I'm going to start the 4th verse again. It says, and the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die, right? For Yahweh doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, and then your eyes shall be open, ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And the one thing I also forgot, right? So he's basically telling her, that she's not going to die when the Most High said clearly, the consequences of doing it. And now he's telling her what? That she's going to be a god. And what do you see right now? The black woman thinking she's God, man. It's not just the black woman. It's women. It's been women in general, but it was spearheaded by the so-called black woman because what you got to understand is these other nations, okay, Esau knows that Yasharala, which you Israelites, he knows that we're the top nation in the world, man. He knows who we are. He knows that anything we do, the way we dress, the way we the music we listen to, okay, whatever we do, that all the other nations they follow after it, okay. So he's used the Israelites to spearhead wickedness on the planet Earth, okay. That's what a lot of our people don't understand either, right? But you see that with these women, man. They believe, like, what do you think? They're independent. I'm an independent, a goddess. Okay, I'm a goddess. Okay, where do you think all that comes from? It comes from this, man. Okay, goes all the way back to the garden, man. Okay, this is what you seeing playing out right now, right? And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and the tree to be desired to make one wise, she took off the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, right? And he did eat. Okay, so that's what happened. And the fruit, if you go into the fruit real quick, this is what you're seeing playing out right here on the planet Earth. This is what these women have been doing this whole entire time before, okay, this word, has really gotten out, This is Hosea, right? 10. This is that fruit, right? I'll start at 12. This is Hosea 10 and 12. It says, sow to yourselves in righteousness, reap in mercy. Break up your fallow ground, for it is time to seek the Lord Yahweh, So he come and rain righteousness upon you. Ye have plowed wickedness. Ye have reaped iniquity. Ye have eaten the fruit of lies, because thou didst trust in thy way. Thou didst trust in thy way, right? And the multitude of thy mighty men. Okay? So that's what she ate. The fruit of lies, the fruit of being told that she could be equal to the man. That, she could be a god, That's what you've been fed. You've been fed that you're equal to a man in society. When that's a lie. The scriptures clearly say that I believe it's First Timothy, that the woman's the weaker vessel, man. Okay? That you don't need a man. Okay? That's the lies that have been fed to you by Esau Edom, man. Okay? And now that the Lord's flipping the script on this place, actually, let me get a scripture. I don't want to rant too much. Let's let the scriptures do the talking. This is Sirach. But that's why you think, right? Why you think the serpent, okay, came to Eve? Because she's the weaker vessel. Okay? And real quick, this is Proverbs 9 and 13. Like I say, there's plenty of scriptures that can be pulled out, because this could go all day, man. With this topic. But this is Proverbs 9. This is why the serpent went to her, man. And 13. It says, a foolish woman is clamorous, she is simple and knoweth nothing. And this is why he went to her. Okay? He knew that. He knew that. He knew he couldn't go to Adam, because Adam had sin. Adam would have knew what was up. But, let me see. Bear with me. Sirach 25. Right? This is Sirach 25 and 23. It says, a wicked woman, right, obeyed the courage, making a heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A woman that would not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die, man. Okay? Look at the men of our nation now. Right? Now that the father's out the household, like I say, don't get me wrong, you do have some grimy, dudes out there they ain't right. But I'm talking about the dudes that actually do try, that's not in the household anymore, due to issues, okay, between you and the woman, right? Look at the men of our nation, the so-called men of our nation, okay? They're effeminate, they're emotional, okay? They get emotional. You look at them the wrong way, you step on their shoe, they emotional. You say something, try to tell them something, try to tell them, how you wrong at something, even if you don't mean it in a certain way. They get emotional. They want to fight. If not, they want to kill you, man. All these shootings you see that go down in these cities, man. Where you think that come from, right? The scriptures say, how can a clean thing, real quick. Right? This is Job 15 and let me see. What is it? Yeah, it's Job 15. These are all good, actually. Actually, you know what? I'll get this 15th verse and I'll jump down to that 14. It says, what is a man that he should be clean, and he which is born of a woman that he should be righteous? So I'm gonna jump down to the 14th one. It says Job 14:1, man that is born of a woman is of few days and full of trouble. That's what you see in the society at an all-time high, man. Okay? That's what you see, man. Then you got Esau set up abortion clinics, and who's the main? Okay, what woman is the main one in there? The so-called black and Latino woman, and sometimes you Native American woman as well, man. The main ones that's in there, man. You have the highest abortion rates of any any woman of any nationality on the planet, man. Okay, through her we all die though. Okay, but you want to abort a heathen baby. If you have an Israelite woman, you have a heathen father, that child is of that father. He's not of the mom. They tell you it's mixed. No, it don't work like that. Okay? So what if it come out with dark skin and woolly hair? If your father's a heathen, you're a heathen, man. Okay? But you don't see them abort that. Okay? Give the water no passion, neither a wicked woman liberty to gather abroad, man. Okay? And that's what Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, did with his whole entire system. Going all the way back to the garden with the serpent and the Eve, man. Which the serpent, once again, was Esau. Okay? This whole entire system gives the woman liberty. It puts them on the pedestal. Okay? That's what it's done. And now, like you said, like the dude said in that video, now, let me just play it back. Go back a little bit.
As I just turned 18, gonna be posting a lot on my OnlyFans due to the bug. I have limited time special going on right now. Go check out my bio. No, it's very simple now. I'm especially with some of our favorite adult sites are putting out offers out there for premium for free right now. So when you have you can search very comfortably on many of these sites and find 18 million things to look at. I don't think anybody right now is interested in fessing up any money. Next, somebody posted this on Reddit, and they took a screenshot while they were searching some other site, but this is from Twitter again. It's a young lady that says, "I need help with my bills. I'm not even going to fake the funk. I'm tired of being independent. Jesus, I need you, and I need a companion, husband, somebody. I'm not complaining. I'm just being honest. It's hard out here for a young single woman with kids. Y'all keep fronting. I'm being 100%.
See? That's what's happening. Another scripture, right? Bear with me real quick. See? That was the lies. You've been fed lies, man. This man has led you to death because you need a man, you know? A lot of you find out that the whole feminism thing was full of shit, man. Okay, excuse my language, but it is what it is. Okay? Because people are hurting, man. People are hurting behind this whole coronavirus scenario. And it's beautiful. Okay? It's beautiful. It's trying to look for that scripture. Right. Because here's what's happening. Right? This is Luke. Right? 10 and 18. It says, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan, which Satan in this verse is talking about the spiritual demon. Satan's who? Physical counterpart on the planet Earth, which is physical counterpart on the planet Earth is the nation of Edom. Okay, so-called white race. Okay, as lightning falling from heaven, right? And when you see a lightning go across the sky, right? A lightning flash go across the sky, how fast does it appear and then it just disappear? That's how the Lord is comparing this man's rulership, okay, to a lightning flash, man. You see it and then you don't see it, and we're in the phase now where this man is on his way out, man. Okay, and like the scriptures say in Isaiah 13 and 15, those that be joined unto him shall be thrust through with the sword, man. And who was mainly joined on to this man? The Israelite women. Okay, you women. Okay, especially the so-called black women. Not all of you, but most of you. Okay, you're joined onto him, and you're joined onto him through his system, because this system, it gives you what? It gives you benefits. You know, you get the best of the jobs. You know, you get to go out to the club. Well, you used to get to go out to the club because that's over with now. You was able to shit on your man. You could sleep with as many men as you want, knowing that's adultery. You know, you was able to do whatever you wanted to do, but now this man is falling as fast as lightning. Now reality is kicking in. Okay? Now everybody is being revealed for who they are. You know that all the breads and circuses, okay, all the things in this world was all distraction to keep you from reality. Now that's gone. So now you gotta see yourself for what you are, man. And this is Deuteronomy Isaiah 32, right? And 9, right? Says, rise up, ye women that are at ease, right? Because you've been at ease for a while, man. When this thing, before this COVID-19 thing has been has gotten to this point, you women been at ease, man. Okay? It was all good until this happened. Now people losing their jobs. You got people, you know, I'm seeing now, which I'm gonna, Lil Women, not to go off topic, but I'm gonna do a video on it. You seeing people commit suicide. You had one dude try to commit suicide by a cop because he thought he had the coronavirus. Okay? You had a Edomite chick. She killed herself. A Edomite teen in the UK. She killed herself because of self-isolation. She couldn't handle it. She said she felt like her world was closing in. Then you had a dude down in North Carolina. I think he killed his daughter, his 2-year-old daughter, himself. And I think he had a wife he killed. Okay? It was a murder suicide, man. You got people committing suicide because they lost their job, man. I'm gonna do a video on it. This is what's happening. You people are finally being revealed for what you are, man. Because for so long, you people have been walking on the planet Earth proud, man. Proud like you was untouchable. Proud like nothing was ever gonna happen. Now it's happening. Now you can't cope with it. Now you want to off yourself. Okay? Going back to you women. This is Isaiah 32 and 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled. You be in trouble right now. Okay? You be in trouble right now. Okay? No job. You don't know how you're going to pay your next bill. Which I'm impacted by this as well. But the Lord said this was going to happen. The Lord got me. Lord willing, he does, Not to brag or boast. Right? It says, days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless woman. For the vintage shall fail and the gathering shall not come. And I always go into those two words, right? Real quick. This is a bot, sir. It says, let me see. The grape crop, the vintage, right? Which I believe at first it was more than that. Let me go into it. Yep. It says to gather, restrain, fence, fortify, right? Inaccessible things, And what can that go to? Your SNAP, okay? Welfare, WIC, all these things that Esau has gave you women. He gave you all these benefits because if he get these jobs, okay, these nice high position jobs, man. The doctors, which I'm shocked you even want to be a doctor now with this whole COVID-19 situation, right? But all these goodies that Esau Edom has given you. And he's gave you that because he knew that if he gave you that and you used the system to take care of you, you wouldn't have a point in needing man. You would kick the man out, And that's what a majority of you did. A majority of you turned aside after Satan, like the scripture saying, 1 Timothy 5 and 10 on down, man. Okay? You chose the benefits and the gifts of this system over your own man. Okay? And now it's biting you. Now it's coming back to haunt you now. The Esau did that intentionally, okay, to destroy the Israelite household. That was the main, okay, the main goal of that. And that's exactly what it did. Okay? So now you ain't receiving none of that. Now you losing your jobs. Now if you still have a job, your hours are being cut. Okay? You were independent, right? So now you ain't gonna have enough to get by with rent. Okay, that's another big thing that's going on right now. Rent, evictions. You got people battling over how they're gonna pay their rent now. And the people that they pay the landlords that they pay their rent to, they're still you got certain areas where they're telling people, well, you better find out how you gonna pay it. Because you're gonna have to pay it. And a lot of people got, put out of work due to this. You had a woman also crying on TV because her husband, he passed away, and her hours got cut. And now she's scared and not she don't know what she's gonna do. So she went to talk to her manager about why her hours got cut and she need more hours, and they just laughed at her. She started crying on TV, man. This is what we in. This is the time we in, right? This is the 11th verse. Tremble ye women that at ease, be troubled ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. This is the time for you women to get right, man. If you got a man, do right by him, man. This is the time trying to get yourself in order. This is what we all trying to do, An Israelite woman, because these heathen women, they just threw out here. But it's mainly speaking to Israelite women, because we in the times now. The Lord is destroying this setup, and Him destroying the setup is destroying, okay, your setup, because you would join on to Esau, right? Both of y'all going down. Batman and Robin. That's what the tag team was like. It says they shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Okay? Meaning, you going to think about, the good old days, how everything was up and running, how you was still able to go to the store, go to the club, you was still able to go to that nice job, you still able to go to the beach, post your body, your body on, social media. All that's gone now. You can still post stuff on social media, but they're going to take social media away too. That's when you people really going to lose your mind. Okay? So going back to that video.
And I think this is why some women watch my videos, because they understand the message I'm putting out is trying to let women know that this is the future that they may be coming into, and they're going to be unhappy. I'm not picking on her. I'm not teasing her. And like I've said before, I actually feel bad for her. Now, I know a lot of you say, hey, she made the mistakes and she earned this, and now she's made her bed and now she has to lie in it. I agree with you. I agree with you. But if anybody could get the message before they make those mistakes and maybe not be in this situation and instead say, hey, you know what? I dated. I met somebody that was quality. I saved my ability to pair bond and love somebody. And I met him and we're in love and we're married. And then I had a family with him and et cetera, et cetera. And I accept him for his faults, and he accepts me for my faults, and we talk through it, and hey, look at us, we're adulting. That doesn't happen anymore, and because of it, this is kind of what's going to happen. Now, let's say that, for example, if she doesn't, she's going to get help from the state, but apparently it's not enough because she still needs help with her bills. So, now she's also, doesn't have many choices ahead of her. Next, a young lady decides to take off her clothes, ignores the quarantine. Let me reword that because I'll have to remove that word. She ignores the please stay in.
And Esau, he gonna cut you off eventually. This is what we're coming into. He's eventually just gonna cut you off. He's used you women, okay, for the agenda that he needed to use you for. Now he doesn't need you no more. So he's just gonna completely cut you off, and you're just gonna be completely through out here, okay. Real quick before I play the video, I'm gonna get one more scripture, right? This is Micah 7 and 10, because this was getting ready to happen. So majority of you, I'm not gonna say all of you, right? It says, then she that is my enemy. Actually, I'll go up to the 9th verse, and I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him. That's the average Israelite man. We are trodden down by the Gentiles. I'm talking about the heathens. Okay, our women are ruling over us. We just on the bottom, but that's because we sinned against Yahweh Shem Shah. And the reason why our women are against us because it's an order. Uh, we basically cheat on the Lord. The Israelite man cheated on the Lord by what? Serving these other gods, serving these different idols. So the Lord, what did he do? Like the scriptures say, a glory of a man is his woman. So the Lord did the same thing to us. Since we cheated on him with other gods, we committed spiritual fornication. The Lord put the spirit in our woman to what? Be harlots, to be rebellious against us, and basically to cheat on us. So this is what we're dealing with. So let me read it again. Micah 7 and 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him. The Lord Yahweh, by the way. until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. This is what we're waiting for. We're waiting for the downfall of our enemies. We're waiting for the downfall of the feminism. Okay? Just anything that goes against the Israelite heritage, period, man. We're waiting for it, man. And what does it say after this? And then she, right, that is my enemy, shall see it. And you're starting to see it now. It's only going to manifest itself, It's going to get worse. It's not going to get better. And even if it, it slows down for a little bit, it's still going to get worse. You still got people out here thinking that this is going to go back to normal. Okay. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover what said unto me. Where is the Lord thy power? You look at the average Israelite man, you don't think nothing of him being a god, you know. You know, you just think of him like Esau programmed you to think him to be like a nigga. That's how you look at him, You Israelite woman, you just look at us like niggas, man. Okay? Like we don't have no power, which of course we don't have no power, but the Lord, the elect man is gonna get later. Okay? That's when that's gonna come back. That power is gonna come back. You gonna see it too. Says, my eyes shall behold her, now shall she be tried down as the mire of the streets, man. Okay? Meaning what? You're gonna be, murdered, man. You're gonna get, the scriptures say you're gonna be ravished out here, which if you go into the word ravished, you're gonna be raped. Okay? A lot of you gonna be raped, beaten, and then eaten. Okay? Because it's gonna be cannibalism going on out here. Ain't gonna be no food out here. So you gonna have, you see they letting all these Esau letting all these inmates out of jail. What you think them inmates gonna look for? First thing they're gonna look for is resources and women. Okay? After being locked down all these decades, a lot of them. Okay, a lot of them will put in, jail due to child support or women. So this was getting ready to happen. A lot of women are about to get, because this is another thing is more women outnumber men 7-1. Okay, there's more women on the planet than there is men. Look it up. Okay, so a lot of women is going to die out here, man. A lot of Israelite women too. Not all of them, but a lot. So going back to the video.
Inside, and she decides to sit on the charging bull in the middle of Manhattan and gets her photo taken without clothing. And basically, she just said, it's a stunt. Good job. Good job. Good for you. Again, can't go 5 minutes without having somebody paying attention to me, please. Okay, here's something from the news, which I thought was funny. And here's why a lot of people do not believe what is going on when they hear it on the news. The biggest bug worries. Let's see, it says 48% are worried about getting it. The 62% are worried about someone in their family getting it. And 68% are worried about the economy. That's right, everybody. 178% of people are worried about it.
Yep.
I think that's everyone worried twice. If they can't even do simple math, why would you ever take their word for anything else?
So it's the economy they worried about.
I did a video on this about a week ago, and the woman who licked a toilet seat for the bug challenge, she talks to Dr. Phil about her stunt and admits she lied about it. But more interesting, and I'll see if I can remember, and I'll change this to a tiny URL and put it below my post here, so you can follow the story if you want to read the whole thing. It's very short, but it basically says, Dr. Phil says, what the heck were you thinking when you're licking a toilet seat on an airplane on the way to spring break when the country's shut down? Dr. Phil asks. Now here's what's coming up that's interesting. She says, I bleached that seat, the 22-year-old explains of her alleged off-camera cleaning habit, but she goes on to claim it was her sugar dad plane, and she had taken it down to spring break with a friend of hers.
Slovakia for that right there.
Really, it wasn't that dirty. Well, now we know how these influencers once again are making all this money. Not only does she have a person more than happy to, and I don't know if I need to take that word. If I did a big blank back there, that means that the algorithm made me edit it. But now we understand how, again, a little bit more proof how these influencers are really making all their money, and it's not just the little ads they get to sell on their page. When Dr. Phil challenged her, asking why she did it, and if the video was taken to show there's no danger, she responded saying the bathroom was dirty because of people using it, not because of the bug, which is continuing to sweep through the United States as well as the world. Dr. Phil accused her of lying to the people by not disclosing she had cleaned the toilet. She confirmed she had. And though her reasoning behind her prank wasn't to prove it was the bug's no big deal, it was allegedly because she was upset it was getting more attention than her.
Wow. You ain't gonna want look. The times we in the beginning of Jacob's trouble now. You know, we in the beginning stages of it. But the times we coming in, you women, especially you IG models, okay. You just you women that you got a beautiful appearance. About yourself. You are not gonna want attention these times we about to come into. We in some dark times right now. You know, a lot of you gonna regret that you posted you know and these no clothes on basically in these social media pics with no clothes on basically, man. You know, you're gonna regret that in these times we coming into. But anyway, I'm gonna play a little bit more, then I'm gonna zoom up.
Yes, a global problem, but she's upset because it was getting more attention than her. This is the epitome of like narcissism, I'm telling you. I was like, wait, let me see if I can read this in a voice that's like, I was like really annoyed that the bug was getting more publicity than me, she said in the interview, claiming she had a song that was going viral, but no one was covering it. I represent the whole Gen Z population and that I'm not terrified of the bug, she said. I manipulated headlines. I'm starting to sound like Cartman. I manipulated headlines, she says of the toilet seat licking before she goes on to congratulate herself. Later in the interview, when aired Thursday, Dr. Phil called her a spoiled and entitled before she threatens to cough on him. He also asks her, if you infect one person that loses their life, is it worth it for you to have this attention? To which she claims, yeah. Welcome to our next generation, everyone.
The last generation.
I'm not going to ever do that voice again, so I was just in the mood for
So I'm gonna skip over prior to the 19th, and I'm gonna end it, because it's kind of been lengthy. But he's going to this whole divorce rate thing, you know. So I'm gonna stop right there.
you're on your own. So much for the European Union. And lastly, the last story, the divorce rates jumping in bug quarantine couples. And we knew this was coming. I'd like to imagine, I'd like it to be, or think to be, that all the guys are sitting at home wanting to do their hobbies and maybe play games and kind of do whatever. And they realize that the annoyance and the hassle that they're getting for wanting to do their hobbies and not being an entertainment source for their spouse, they're realizing that the pleasures that they get from their spouse is not equaling the pain. That's my imagination, but I can just see that happening, especially after that video that I had up here the other day of the woman cutting through all the cables between the guy's computer and the wall. It says divorce filings are skyrocketing from isolated, weary, and financially stressed couples, according to the top matrimonial attorneys, who are experiencing a 50% rise in inquiries from potential clients. Now, here's what's interesting. I think this is being led by the guys. And I'll tell you why. And you'll see a little bit more here, but I'll tell you why. Number one, I think guys are getting fed up. But number two, with the stock market taking the hit that it did, a lot of their investments, and this is what they say in this story, a lot of their investments have taken a hit, and so they may not lose as much financially by pulling the ripcord and getting out. We know it's probably not the women because at this time, women seem to be reaching out for a little bit more financial and emotional support.
Yeah.
According to leading.
So what's happening? Of course everybody know, but what's happening on the like I say, due to this COVID-19 situation, you've seen the stock market is going rock bottom, and a lot of people, they're losing their jobs. Not Macy's. You had Macy's. They furloughed, I believe, what I know J.C. Penney furloughed 90,000 of his workers. What was it? Kohl's furloughed a majority of his workers. Macy's furloughed the majority of his workers. And what's the other place? But those are the ones I know so far. But a lot of people are getting laid off. Your business is not is so called non-essential. You're not working. Most likely you're not working. Your place is shut down. You know, so a lot of dudes, um, they lost their jobs. So women, they like being, financially, protected. They like being in a relationship where where the man can financially provide for them, you know. But now that those men are losing their jobs, they're like, to hell with this. They just leaving, man. But you probably have on the flip side of it, you also have the women that's gonna leave because divorce rates in times like these, when you got economic hardship, okay, that's also gonna lead to divorce rates skyrocketing, suicide skyrocketing, crime going skyrocket. You're gonna see everything just go up. And this is all prophecy. And if you go back to the time of Job, that happened to him. Job, he was real rich. You know, it's probably gonna be kind of lengthy. I'm gonna probably read this whole chapter right here. This is Job 1:1. It says, there was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared Yahweh and eschewed evil. And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. Right? And like I said, that's all wealth. A family is considered wealth as well. You have a large family. It says, and his substance also was 7,000 sheep and 3,000 camels and 500 yoke of oxen and 500 she asses in a very great household, so that this man was the greatest of all the men of the east. So he was real wealthy, right? And his sons went and feast in their houses, every one his day, and sent and called for their 3 sisters, Salakia, to eat and to drink with them. And it was so, when the days of their feasting was gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, it may be that my sons have sinned and cursed Yahweh in their hearts. Thus did Job continually. Now there was a day when the sons of Yahweh came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord Yahweh, and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and waking and walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth Yahweh and escheweth evil? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, doth Job fear Yahweh for naught? Hast thou made an hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he hath on every side, that thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land? But pour forth thy hand now, test all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power, only upon thy himself put not forth thy hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. So showing you that the Lord controls the spiritual demon Satan, man. The spiritual demon Satan and his physical counterpart. The Lord controls all things, man. Okay? Satan ain't just, his own power. The Lord controls him, And he gonna use him to tempt Job, And you about to see what's gonna happen. All that wealth that he have, right? So where did I leave off at, right? And this is the 13th verse. It says, and there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And there came a messenger unto Job and said that the oxen were plowing and the ass was feeding beside them. And the Sabians fell upon them and took them away. Yeah, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and only I am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the fire of Yahweh was fallen from heaven, and had burned up the sheep and the servants, and consumed them, and I am only escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the Chaldeans make out 3 bands, and fell upon the camels, and have carried them away, yea, and slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I am only escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house, and behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness, and smote the 4 corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead, and I am only escaped to tell thee alone. And basically, Job lost everything. His kids is dead. He lost his camels. He lost all his wealth, basically. Satan did that. The Lord allowed Satan to do that. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshipped and said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, the Lord gave, the Lord have taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. And all this Job sinned not, nor charged Yahweh foolishly. And that's what you people don't understand. That all the jobs, the cars, the women that you with, all that, the Lord gave you that. But you got people that's proud and believe that they got that on their own will. But now that's being stripped away from you. Now look at these people, they bugging out. Especially Esau Edom. So I'm going to keep going. You're going to see what I'm getting at. Let me see. Yep. This Job 2:1. And again, there was a day when the sons of Yahweh came to present themselves before the Lord. And Satan came also among them, present himself before the Lord. And the Lord said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth Yahweh and escheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin, yeah, all that a man hath will he give for his life. But put forth thy hand now, and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thy hand, but save his life. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord, and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot onto his crown, from the head up, from the foot up, all the way up to his head. His skin, he had boils on his body, right? So check this out. Then said his wife, right? His wife unto him, dost thou still retain thy integrity? Curse Yahweh and die. You know? She told Job, look what the Most High doing. Basically, look what the Most High doing to you. You don't have no, your kids is dead. You don't have no wealth left. And now you got bulls all over your body. So why don't you just curse the Lord and die already? That's the mindset of a woman, because they can't handle, okay, they're the weaker vessel. They can't handle pressure. They can't handle, times of trouble, basically, like we in right now. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. Which shall we receive good at the hand of the Most High? And shall we not receive evil? And all this did not Job sin with his lips. It's just showing you an example how they get down. When pressure hits, when they not comfortable no more, they flee, man. They get the hell out of there. They look for somebody that has it, compared to what you have. And that's what you about to see out here. You about to see a lot of a lot of relationships, so-called marriages, because you got people out here that's proud about that. I got a wife, fine ass woman. A lot of people is about to see be a lot of separation out here, man. Okay? A lot of these men out here that Yahweh Bashim Shah, he's not dealing with. They don't have the hedge of Yahweh Bashim Shah. Okay? They're gonna die off anyway. In the race wars, the food wars, the class wars, Let me get that real quick. Second Ezra 16, right? In 33, it says, the virgins, like a young woman, right, shall mourn having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn having no helpers, right? And the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. So they're going to die, in the race wars, the food wars, the class wars, okay? World War III, because don't forget about that. That's still on the horizon. That's still about. They're going to die on these things, okay? Because if they don't have the hedge of Yahweh Shema Shah on them, they just out there. They just through, okay? And that's also going to be known out here. Who has that hedge, right? So these women, they're going to be hurt out here. They already hurting now, but they really going to be hurt when they just out there by themselves when all hell break loose. This is Isaiah 13, Uh, and 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man in the golden wedge of Ophir. You know, that's the times we come in. And it's talking about an Israelite man, a elect, a man with the hedge of Yahweh Bashim Shah on him. It's not talking about no ordinary, grill in his mouth, tattoos all over his body, you know, pants sagging. It's not talking about that type of man. It's talking about a elect man of Yahweh Bashim Shah, man. He's gonna be more precious than fine gold in these times we in. Cause one, he's gonna have the like it says in Isaiah 33:6, for wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability at times. He's gonna have the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Shah. He's gonna know when a certain thing happens, he's gonna know what to do. He's gonna know how to maneuver. An average man out here, average Israelite man out here that does not have that knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Shah, he's just gonna be through. He ain't gonna know what to do. All he gonna think is his pistol is going to protect him. That's not going to protect him, you know? So going to Isaiah 32 and 2, right? This I start, and the man shall be as in hiding place from the wind. Where's the wind? The wind is what? According to Jeremiah 51:1, that destruction that the Lord is going to bring upon this place, as you see it now, with the plagues. It says, and they covered from the tempest, as the rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in the weary land. Because what is this land gonna be weary with? Like it says in Second Ezra, excuse me, in Second Ezra, the 5th chapter, says the land shall be barren of faith. Okay, it's gonna be people ain't gonna have, because people don't have a foundation. They just built off the carnal, materialistic things that they have in this world. They're built into this world, and this world is what? It's going, the fashion of this world is passing away. So when they had nothing, okay, it's gonna be weary, a barren of faith, you know. But the Israelite man is gonna be like a hiding place in that day, you know. Cause like I said, with that Micah 7:10, a lot of you women, you gonna be trying down like the mire streets, man. A lot of you, but not all of you, you know. The Lord, this is Isaiah 4:1, right? It says, in that day, 7 women, which if you go into 7 is what? A complete number, an indefinite number, right? It's not particularly just 7 women. The Lord may give you 7 women, but it's a complete number, right? And that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread. So there's no more taking them out on these expensive ass dates, and wear our own apparel. They're going, wear, their own clothing. They're going to get in the right clothing. They're not going to be half naked, especially not in Jacob's trouble. Because if you dressing like you dress now in this society while it's still running, in Jacob's trouble, it's gonna be like these people out here, these men out here, these killers out here. They're gonna be like a bull, and you gonna be red, man. That's what it's gonna be like. Only let us be called by that name to take away our reproach. And if you go into that reproach, what is a reproach? It means the shame. Okay. Because how does the Israelite man repent to the Heavenly Father? It's through Yahweh Shah, who you originally called Jesus Christ. And how do you women repent? It's through the man. It's a particular order as it's set up in 1 Corinthians 11, the first, I think 11:3. Okay? So the only way you're going to have your shame taken away in these times is through that Israelite man with the hedge of Yahweh Bashim Shah, the elect man. Okay? And a lot of you women, that's you got that mindset of a feminist mindset. Like, if I'm with the man, he can only deal with me. He can't deal with no other woman. Well, you ain't gonna make it, man. That feminist mindset is through. It's over with. It's not coming back. Okay? Esau's finished. Okay? And I believe it was King David or King Solomon. I forgot which one it was. I believe it was I think it was King Solomon or King David. One of them had 700 wives and 300 concubines, man. The Lord set it up for a man to have more than one woman. He didn't set it up like this society shows you, okay, that a man is meant to be with one woman. That's it. That's going off, man. That's why this system's going to be destroyed. That's another reason why this system is going to be destroyed. Okay? But that's what the time we're coming into. And the Lord, he's saving that because, real quick, this is Zechariah 13. and 8, right? It's a part of the reward of keeping the faith and doing the work of Yahweh Shema Shah, but also Zechariah 13 and 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. Right? And who's the 2 parts? The 2 parts is the 2/3 of our people. 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you're going to be cut off and die on this side. You know? That's just what it is, man. I will bring the third part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined and will try them as gold is tried, right? The golden wedge of Ophir. They shall call on my name and I will hear them and I will say it is my people and they shall say the Lord is my power, right? So a majority of our people, they about to die on this side, man. Okay? It's going to get worse, you know? And you need the women, you know? We need women to repopulate because you women, we not dissing you, you know, when we say you're the weaker vessel, because that's what the scriptures say. We're not saying you don't have an important role because you have a beautiful role, right? This is 1 Timothy 2 and 15. It says, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith, charity, and holiness with sobriety. Okay? We have to bring our nation back. The ones that died on this side, they're going to be brought back, you know, through the elect man with the women, right? So the Lord has you women out there that's of the elect, and you're gonna be preserved for the elect men in these times. Most of you that's single, you know, you feel like you can't really, you know, get a man. Most likely, you know, pray to Yahweh by Shemal Shah for one, and most likely he's preserving you, you know, for Israelite man these times. Okay, the Lord, however the Lord does it, you know, he has it set up. Okay, this is his movie, you know. But I'm gonna get one more scripture, then I'm gonna close it out, because you know, this is Isaiah 60. Actually, you know what? Right? This is to the Israelite man. Okay, the elect man. This is Psalms 128 and 1. Blessed is everyone that feareth the Lord Yahweh, that walketh in his ways. For thou shalt eat the labor of thine hands. Happy shall thou be when it shall be well with thee. Thy wife, right, shall be as a fruitful vine by the sides of thine house. Thy children like olive plants round about thy table. Right? So the Israelite woman, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American woman, you're already a fruitful vine. You know, we have the most kids of any nation on the planet, right? Like it said in the book of Exodus, the Israelite woman is lively, you know. But let me get Isaiah 60 and 22. Ties in with that. This is Isaiah 60 and 22. It says, I'm gonna start at 21. Thy people also shall be all righteous, right? Because they're gonna come back. The 2/3, the wicked 2/3 of our people on this side that die on this side, they're gonna come back through the elect, and the elect is gonna have the new bodies, including our women, and you're gonna have the law, statutes, and commandments in your inward parts. So you're gonna be programmed to be 100% righteous. You're not gonna go off no more, like we've been going off time after time after time. Since thy people shall be all righteous, they shall inherit the land. What? The land of Israel, but we're gonna inherit all these lands. It says forever. The branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. A little one shall become 1,000, a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in his time. So one Israelite man is going to become 1,000, and that one Israelite man is going to become a whole entire nation. One Israelite man is going to be a whole entire nation by itself. Imagine that, man. This is what's getting ready to happen. Okay? That one Israelite man, through the woman that the Lord preserved, all his wives, he's gonna be his own one nation. And this is why the Lord said in John 14 and 12, I believe, for in my father's house there be many mansions, which the many mansions is going into what? The different planets that's in space. That Esau, even the so-called white man, he's trying to explore those planets, but the Lord won't let him. Because that's for what? That's our blessing. Okay, Esau's blessing is right now. We about to enter into our blessing. Okay, and it's gonna be them different because we're gonna have so many kids. We're gonna have to go out to these different plans that the Lord has preserved for us, but He's not showing us until it comes fully to pass. But before all this could come to pass, this destruction gotta come. You know, real quick. I'm gonna just end it with that actually. I think it's Second Ezra, the 6th chapter or 7th or 4. I think it is right. Yep. This Second Ezra 4 and 26, because this has to happen before our kingdom comes. Then answered he me and said, the more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel. For the world hates the fast to pass away, like you see now, it's passing. The fashion of this world is passing away, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in time to come. For this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. Okay? But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good? Okay. So in order, for this for our kingdom to come, this kingdom gotta be destroyed, man. You can't have our kingdom running and you still got Esau on the other side doing all this wicked shit, man. This man gotta go. Okay? And he's going. And he knows he's about to go. So before all this, it's gonna get real uncomfortable. It's gonna get real bad. You're gonna see a lot of death like you're starting to see now. It's just gonna get worse and worse and worse. You people thinking it's gonna get better and better and better. No, it's gonna get worse and worse and worse. You know? But that's it. Call hello Allah Yahweh by Shemel Shah. Yahweh Ratazah, this was edifying. Baba Kasha, Abba Pabo, Abba Pabo, Abba Ha Yapia, Abba Ha Yapia, Yahweh by Shemel Shah. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.